Life Audio.
Today on Talk About That, John reminisces on his childhood days as a pool shark and tells us why he's a prisoner in his own mouth. Meanwhile, I decide minivans aren't so bad and begin a frantic search for an audience member who used a funny alias at my show and then had a serious thing happen to him. Plus a conversation about truth, propaganda, and why we really hope there's a generation coming that will reject social media. Today's episode is not sponsored by Stanley Cups, when you absolutely need to keep 244 ounces of coffee piping hot for 8 hours.
Hey guys, I'm John here with Jonnie for a very special remote episode of Talk About That.
This is how much we care about the people. We're out here doing this thing hundreds of miles apart from each other.
Yeah, like
I'm in beautiful, scenic Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
You got a cabin, don't you?
If you're on video and you're watching, you can see out my little cabin veranda. What is it? I don't know what I have.
Ooh,
it's a porch.
That sounds...
I got a hot tub, John.
Wow.
I got all the things.
Jonnie is recording from the hot tub right now.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
Oh, that'd have been great. I mean, also you might get electrocuted, but...
It's a real missed opportunity there. This cabin has a pool table, John.
Oh.
We've been playing the old billiards.
Little billiard time.
I'm bad at billiards, it turns out.
You might be surprised because I know you think of me as a nerdy.
I don't think you want to know what I think of you, John.
But I actually played pool a lot growing up, in the rough side of Nashville. People forget, like, dude, I'm a Nashville boy. Like, where I used to go is where the original Prince's Hot Chicken was, off of Dickerson Road. And like, I remember we'd go play pool at the bowling alley or at the pool hall and, walk outside and see somebody smash a window in with a tire iron, and you just kind of go, well, okay, just look away, get in your car and go, like you just don't.
And that was your brother. And he was like, don't you rat me out.
Buddy, right now. Hey, I did a little time in the clink.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding.
Well, look.
Great time, so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm up here for several conferences that I'm doing. And we've been on the road for a long time.
Yeah.
But at least we kind of only had to unpack once this time for this past 7 days or so. I did Women of Joy, which was 5,000 women this first weekend.
Wow.
And then last night 2 nights ago, we did a thing called Celebrators Conference in the same place by the same promotion. And it's 6,000 senior citizens.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was last night?
Monday. And then last night, I got to hang out a little bit with Mark Lowry, which was so fun.
Wow.
He did a concert and it's fun. It's so fun. I grew up watching him. And so it was fun getting to meet him and hang out on his bus. And he's a hoot, as they say in the South.
It'd be hard for me to talk to Mark Lowry without talking about Mary Did You Know?
Yeah. I think he must get that all the time. And so I was just like, all right, I'll just be.
You said nothing.
Cool. He wanted to talk shop. He didn't want to talk.
It's one of the greatest Christmas songs ever.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
I mean, how prolific do you have to be?
One of the things he has in his little gift shop, his little merch table after the show, which is basically a gift shop because it's this pop-up. It's unbelievable, the merch. You got to know your audience, and he does. He has pill boxes, John. He has a thing. It's a container that opens up and has all your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like morning, noon, night. So it's a gigantic, tackle box of pills that you can have. And on the top, it says something like, I may just mess around and not take my medication today or something like that. It's like, I'm going to throw a bear curveball and not take my meds today or something.
Wow.
And so he, but anyway, he has everything, but he has Mary Did You Know sheet music that he signs.
Wow.
And you can buy that for like $15. So those were flying off the shelves. He was very kind and he could not have been more gracious. And he actually posted one of my clips on his channel to his fans yesterday.
After the show?
Yeah, he was like, I met Johnny W. today, and he's so hysterical. You got to see him if you don't know who he is. And so it's very nice.
What's Mark Lowry's like online? I'd be curious for the generation he is and stuff. Like, is he killing it online? Is it?
He is. He's actually really involved. He goes live all the time.
Wow.
He says they set it up to where he can just hit 5 switches in his little studio at home and go live. So he goes live. It's called I think he calls it Whenever. whenever with Mark Lowry, because he goes, there's no rhyme or reason to when I do it. And he goes, and I just flip 5 switches and it goes live and I just talk about whatever. And he said, but he has 1.3 million Facebook followers.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. So he's doing pretty good.
Okay.
He had a nice bus too.
Yeah.
And he was telling me it was for lease. He goes, this bus is going to, because I'm doing less shows now. He said he's trying to land the plane, as it were, which is what people who've been doing this a long time say when they go, should I stop doing this? And they don't ever stop doing it because it's such a great life.
It's a good job.
So it's hard to give up. But he says he's trying to land the plane. So he's like, I'm doing less shows. If you want to use my bus for your tour, because I have a tour coming up that we're going to announce very soon. So stay tuned for that. Talk about that, listener.
Yeah. It's a big deal. What's coming up?
Yeah. But anyway, he was like, if you want to use my bus. And I was like, the Lowry bus?
Come on, man.
Yeah. It's got a big full bedroom in the back, which is nice. It's not just all coffin bunks.
You think he'd let me drive it?
I think the state wouldn't let you drive it. You've got your CD.
Yeah, man. I'm
you
a
got your
CDL driver. I'm driven all over.
I didn't mean to insult you, John. You'd be very welcome to drive us. But I mean, that's a haggard life. You don't want to do that. You want to be on the tour.
Johnny, I'm not made for the fancy things like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the back of the bus kind of guy, and I'm.
But you're sleeping. You be sleeping during the show.
While I'm driving. Yeah.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. So anyway, these shows have been wild, and they've been so fun. And then tomorrow, we're staying over tonight. I'm going to Johnson City tonight, do a show. Tomorrow, Friday, is week 2 of Women of Joy. So it's a whole different group of people. That's 7,000 or 8,000 women, they said.
Women of real joy.
Women of real, yeah.
It's personal.
Yeah. Somebody said that to me. I didn't know. I don't even know 5,000 women that have joy. And I go, well, they don't. That's where they get it. They come there to get the joy.
Show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to help.
A lot of women jokes. Like,
yeah.
Because you're very offensive, as you know.
Yeah. No, I make a few like funny, like playful, misogynistic jokes. You know what I'm saying? Playful like you know that I'm being
Jonnie W. Yeah.
Most of my jokes, I'm the dumb guy in the joke, and so it's sometimes you get enough change in their pocket to be able to be like, and also you guys or whatever. And they go, you got me.
Hey, there you go.
But sometimes they turn on you, and then you run to the back and get in the van and leave.
Yeah.
We rented a minivan for this one because we were carrying so much merch, and I hadn't driven a minivan in a long time. And these minivans are fun, dude.
They are. They're actually. I don't want one, but
no, because they look like a daggum hearse, but
yeah,
they drive awesome. They got all the great features.
Yeah,
you hit a button, your whole door slides open.
Yeah,
while you're driving, you don't want that. No, but I'm saying like it's just fun. They're fun to drive.
Laura's always been anti-minivan, you know?
Yeah, most people are these days. They don't want to be considered a minivan mom. Right. They want to still be cool. They want an SUV. They want something.
But like we'll take my mom on vacation sometimes and we'll rent one. Mm-hmm. And put, Sadie, her friend, my mom, and it's like, this thing's luxurious. Like they're really nice. And they'll get
the seats fold. The seats will fold right into the floor.
Yeah.
If you need to, which I needed to because we're stacking a bunch of boxes and anyway, we've had fun. I will say this, though. Maybe we should do this after we come back. I'll tell this long story when we come back from break. But how are you doing, John? That's what I want to know.
I couldn't be better, Johnny.
What's going on in the driver land? Because I've not seen you in like a couple of weeks. First of all, when did you get the weird Russian hat for your microphone?
I used this in that ad we recorded.
If you're watching at home,
kind of like
John has got basically a cockapoo on his
furry animal around. I think it's a pop filter, it kind of helps.
He's got a little, yeah.
And while you're, if you're in like a long monologue, I just kind of put my face down, take a little nap on it.
You should.
No, it's nice. Okay. I'll share this.
Okay.
I'll share this.
Yeah. Are you going to share with the group?
You want me to share. You've been wanting me to share this.
No, I don't care. You listen, I'm not trying to push you, John. Be as open as you want to be. If you want to hide things from the fans who love us.
About 6 months ago, at the age of 46, I got braces.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so I've had braces for I'm hopefully about halfway through because it's like being a prisoner in your own mouth. Like I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit. I'm shocked. Really, for the kids, how they live with these. Just shocked the amount of things. If you just try to eat now,
yeah,
you just carried a whole second meal in your mouth. Like it's just like water picking and flossing and all this stuff. And Anyway, so sometimes the pop filter helps because my mouth makes more noises than usual with the braces. So, yeah.
John is an adult man with braces, y'all. Hang in there.
Yeah.
What if Invisalign was a sponsor? Wouldn't that be something coming up?
Well, I did the whole Smile
Direct, which now they're bankrupt.
That's correct. I think that my experience with them would corroborate the bankruptcy. So
maybe it led to.
Maybe so. I mean, I sent a lot of strongly worded. Actually, I did not. But so yeah. Anyway, that's the thing. I found out a family member. They had to have a bunch of dental work done because there's a lot of overcrowding. They're older, much older, and I was like, ooh.
Speaking of, that's another prison terminology. You're saying you're a prisoner in your own mouth. Now you're saying overcrowding.
Yeah,
You had to release some of your teeth just because of overcrowding.
Make some room.
I think I once asked you when Sadie had to have some stuff done when she was a kid. I said to you, "Are there bad teeth does bad teeth in your family?" And you said, "There's bad teeth in my mouth." And so yeah, Sadie inherited them in good stead.
Got perfect teeth, but again,
yeah, she had it all done like in the normal time when she was a kid. She had the palate expander and all the.
Well, my things have shifted over the years, so it's just.
Yeah, we've noticed.
Listen, there's a lot about braces I could preach about,
about correction and protection.
It really is kind of like
redirection.
What some of y'all think your correction's not rejection, but protection and redirection.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the idea that there is this other thing you put across yourself that slowly realigns you to the straightened path over time.
A foreign object that feels painful at first.
It feels painful and it requires adjustment. You continue to adjust to it, but through these disciplines and these other things, but it has to adhere to you. Like you got to be connected, Jonnie.
It's pulling you to a standard. It's pulling you straight.
Like a vine and a branch. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take it off. You go right back where you were. You got to keep it on. Mm-hmm. And then over time, you look up and Jonnie, it changes the way, changes the way you smile, brother. No, it's gotta have a.
Yeah, there needs to be more there.
In the end, like I thought.
Some of y'all, yeah.
I could do a message or show you'd be shocked if you saw the scans of my teeth beforehand, how crooked they really were. Because most people wouldn't think that because I've been hiding it, Jonnie. And in pictures, you don't see it a lot. And come on now. Some of y'all, we look okay in the pictures.
Yeah, I smile for so many photos now, especially this women's event and the seniors event's crazy too. I'm giving all these little old ladies side hugs and all this stuff and all these women. And then they want me to smile. And then some people hang out, you're not smiling. I'm like, look, I'm a smirker and you're just going to have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
I will smirk for this photo and that's all you get.
I haven't smiled for a photo in 6 months.
Oh, John,
and I like smiling, so it's kind of like
you've been through so much.
And if I go to a business meeting or something and we have to eat, I just know I can't laugh at a joke for the second half of the whole thing because you never know, it might be
chicken skins coming out of here. Well, you've been through so much, John, and you did it. And the thing is, you did it to yourself and paid thousands of dollars to do it.
That's the hard part. I could go back in time.
No, you wouldn't. You got to fix your teeth. You did the right thing. It reminds me of one of my buddies, Brad Edwards, who's a great Nashville comic. He used to he had adult braces and he would talk about it from stage. He was like, yeah, this is awesome. This is a real woman getter right here. Cause he was single. And he was like, yeah, being there. He goes, listen, when I was a kid, we didn't have braces. He goes, braces were for the rich kids, like my older and younger siblings. That's who, those were the ones.
Yeah.
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 See, it's funny because he's the older and the younger got them,
right?
But not him.
Yeah. Technically, my brother and sister both got them.
Wow, you really did get.
But
you didn't. Did you just reject it? Did they say, "Hey, John, we can get you"?
I didn't want them, and so I was just kind of laid low. You know what I'm saying? And it to the naked eye, Jonnie, it wasn't that big of a deal. My mom feels bad. She said something the other day. But Mom, don't feel bad. My teeth just shifted more and more.
Your mom's done quite enough for you.
Did okay.
Thank you very much.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. She still does it.
I'm hoping your mom is going to come see me at the Opry. I just got invited back to the Opry. November 18th is the date. So if you're listening to this and you're near Nashville or you want to make a trip to Nashville, that would be the night to come in. Johnny's return to the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm inviting Mama D right here on the air because she didn't get to come to my debut, but I hope she'll come. I got a ticket waiting on you, Mama D.
Wow. Now if she doesn't come,
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, I get it that she's, she doesn't get out of
comedy. I mean, let's be honest.
Not my comedy. She's a Mark Lowry fan. She loves Mark Lowry.
She loves your comedy. She loves the podcast.
Well, good. Well, if she's listening, I'm just telling you, you're invited. It's no pressure at all, though. No pressure at all.
Okay, that's very kind of you. Very kind. So,
yeah. Hey, John. Speaking of pressure, let's take a minute and hear a few words from some of our fine sponsors.
And we're back, Jonnie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got to tell you this story.
Oh, yeah, the crazy story.
I did a show Saturday. So Friday was Women of Joy. Mm-hmm. We just moved into the cabin and all this. We're staying in the cabin for a week.
Sorry.
Women of Sadness. So we're like, okay, we'll do this. And while we're up here, this comedy club in Gatlinburg reached out about booking me because they're like, well, he's up here for they saw my schedule or whatever. And they were like, what do you want to do this? And I was like, sure. It's 100 seats. I was like, let's see if we can sell tickets. And it's literally just like a pizza place with a bar attached that has like a comedy club stage. And it's called Jersey Hustle Comedy Club. I think the guy must be from Jersey, if I was guessing. He's a Gatlinburg transplant.
Yeah.
Anyway, we sold it out, which is fantastic. I show up. I brought my buddy Alex Veluto in, who has 3 dry bar specials. You know Alex, he's great. Yeah. So we go up, we get there, set up, and then everybody packs in there, and then it's showtime. They had a local opener. Local opener goes up and gets the crowd kind of warmed up. Then Alex goes up. He's doing 20 minutes. Well, like towards the end of his 20 minutes, I'll walk out into the room. I'm standing there side stage. And he does a closer. And he's in the middle of his closer. And which is your closing bit. It's not like a pastor's closer where there's multiples. Usually. Although comics do have multiple closers because if the one closer doesn't work, you have what's called a saver. And the saver is like something that always works.
Right.
And if you don't have that, you go into your testimony. If you're doing churches, you'd be like, I don't care if anybody laughs because if just one person was touched. And anyway,
you're going to get that applause one way or another. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Lock the doors. We're passing the plate one more time. No, you don't do that. But he was in the middle of his closer, and then somebody shouts in the middle of the room, and everybody stands up around this one person who is now I didn't see them because everybody's kind of crowding him, but there's a person evidently just slumped over and unresponsive at his table. Wow. He's had a heart attack, they think. And they said, does somebody have a baby aspirin? Does somebody whatever? And nobody did. Somebody said, so Alex has to like shout into the microphone, call 911. Luckily, like the fire department's a block from there. So the first responders came pretty quick. And then there were EMTs in the crowd. So my fans who were there was a lot of like professional type folks. And here's the funny thing too. The age group of my people, sometimes it bothers me. I'm like, it's a lot of older people and it's whatever. But let me tell you this, nobody pulled out their phones and filmed it. And if that had been like 20 somethings, they would have had to put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any single video of any of that show, which is so awesome. But anyway, the guy then came to, he was a non-responsive for like 45 seconds. And so we were like, I was in the back and then I came to the front and I was like, I was like running through all the scenarios in my head of like, what is going to happen if somebody dies at my show? What is that? Like, this is so tragic and this is awful. And I felt bad for the person and his family. And then he comes to, he throws up. And so then he's kind of alert again. So they think it was like a minor heart attack. And they said, well, he had one like 10 years ago. And that's why we asked about the baby aspirin. And so then the EMTs got there by then. They get him up and then everybody's still kind of rattled. And then they clear the room because they need to clean up after the guy.
Yeah.
And then I go, well, yeah, but they're going to send everybody home, right? And the club owner goes, no. We'll see who comes back in and then we'll decide. And I go, I think this is my call, but okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the back going like, what should I do? I don't know if the guy's okay. I don't know if it's like a bad idea to keep going because we don't know if he's like somewhere, when they're doing CPR on him. By the way, they never did CPR. So we think it was just like a minor cardiac event. But he's on his way to the hospital. Then I thought nobody's going to come back in. Everybody comes back in.
Wow.
So now it's 99 people out of 100, John.
Wow.
And I go, what are we? And I go, Alex, will you go back out and like do 5 or 10 more minutes just to get them back into, I don't want to go out now because normally it's my turn. Like it's my turn in the show.
Yeah.
So he agreed to do that. And he actually got him laughing again, although it still felt kind of like, it's very rattling and disorienting to have something like that happen around you, obviously, if you're in the crowd and that's happening. But they got back in laughing. And then I came out and I was doing great. 15 minutes in, this loud drunk who had way too much to drink. Listen, I do a lot of comedy clubs now and I love it. And people assume, church people, my church audience assumes the worst about comedy clubs. Oh, it's Sodom and Gomorrah. I bet it's just people carousing and drinking. It's not. It's really not. My audience comes in, they order Diet Cokes and sweet teas, and some of them drink a little bit, but nobody gets like wasted at my shows. Right. And I don't get hecklers in comedy clubs. It never happens. But it happened Saturday.
It happened.
This guy would not stop talking. He wasn't heckling me. He was just talking loud to himself. And it was 20 feet from me because it's a small room.
That's what you were doing.
Anyway. Right. I was like, I have the microphone, yet you're louder than me somehow. And so I said, hey, what are we going to do with this guy? I kind of had to stop the show and be like, hey, what are we going to do? And then they came over and started talking to him. And then he loudly was like, get your hands off. And he was doing that. And so I was like, oh boy. And I go, you know what? I'm going to go to the back because the green room's right behind me. I go, I'm going to go to the back until we get this taken care of. And then I'll come back out. Is that okay? And everybody clapped. And I was like, okay. I go back to the back. They take him out. His family left with him because I think they were pretty well lubricated. Well, they were pretty well lubricated themselves. So they all left. Hopefully they got into an Uber.
Yeah.
And then I come back out. Everybody claps. And then I do like another 45 minutes. Great show. Photos after, the whole thing. And the whole time I'm thinking, is dude okay? Like, did we do the right thing by continuing the show? What happened? I mean, I was telling the crowd, I go, I didn't know what else to do except to address it at first. And then I was like, then when the drunk guy happened, I was like, okay, guys. I said, I was just at Women of Joy with 5,000 people. 5,000 women, and not one person had a heart attack or got so drunk I had to throw them out. I said, there's 100 people here, and 2% of this audience is either drunk or had a heart attack. I don't like those numbers. And so anyway, we did the show and it was fine, but I just couldn't. So of course I follow up with the club owner like 10 times since then. And it's complicated because people book their ticket. I'm trying to find out if he's okay. I'll go visit him in the hospital. If he's a fan of mine, like I want to call him and say like, hey man, are you okay? We're praying for you, whatever. They can't figure out who he is. They have his email, which they know his email's right because he got his tickets that way. So the email is a good email address, but they haven't heard back. But when you check into the club, you check in under whatever name, you sign in, and he wrote his name down as Nacho Libre.
It's perfect.
So now this guy's being cheeky. He's like, Nacho Libre. And then he has a heart attack in the show. And now I can't find out if he's okay.
Well, you could just go to
So if you're out there, if you're out there, Nacho.
Yeah.
This is my plea to you. And if anybody knows Nacho, I just want to know if he's okay. I'm very worried about him. And I hope I did the right thing keeping I know there's the show must go on. That usually has to do with me though. Like if I'm sick, or if I've just had a death in the family or whatever, the show must go on. There's people out there. But if somebody in the audience has something go on, I feel terrible making the show just like, well, we got to, capitalism has to grind on. I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonnie, for some people, poverty is their Nacho Libre. For others,
right.
Illiteracy. And in your case, your Nacho Libre was the actual Nacho Libre.
A man who had a cardiac event at my show.
No,
I think you're thinking of El Guapo.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I know, Jonnie, that was
Do you know that Nacho Libre is a true story?
Okay, I think I heard it was based on a true story.
It is based on a true story of like a friar in a town in some Spanish village, and he literally did do like wrestling, luchador wrestling, to raise money for orphans, for an orphanage, to keep it from going under. That's a real thing.
Sadie,
dude, you talk about sainthood.
Oh,
we give listen, I don't know how they're handing out these saints these days, but dude, you put on a wrestling mask and you're going off the top rope for orphans. You're a saint in my book.
Sadie and I have always loved that movie. And at the very end, it's just so like the romantic interest is a nun.
Yeah.
So he has no chance, Yeah. And at the very end, they're together and it's all happy. And she just looks at him and gives him a big thumbs up.
Yeah, it's the best.
Like, okay, well, he's not
the best.
That girl.
There's no real tension there because she's married to the Lord.
Yeah. So
as it were. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, Nacho, if you're out there, the Nacho from my show. Although if Jack Black wants to reach out, that would be great too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we could arrange that. Not the original Nacho Libre reaches out to this guy and is like, hey,
big thumbs up.
Get well soon. Or whatever.
That's great. Well,
anyway, it was a weird show. That's weirdest show in my career by far.
Wow. And you've had some things.
And then we send out, by the way, emails. My team does when we do an event. And it's like, did everything go well? Did Jonnie meet your expectations? And we hope the show went well. And then the guy from the club responds, everything went well. No comments or no negative comments. Everything was so great. We would work with you again. And I was like, everything went well? I was like, what do I got to do to get a negative review from somebody?
It wasn't on you.
No, I know, but it's just funny that he was like, everything's great. I don't know.
You didn't. I mean,
I don't think so.
You didn't cause.
Well, first of all, I wasn't on stage, so it's technically it was Alex's jokes.
What? Yeah, literally. Yeah.
If anybody's to blame, if anybody's culpable.
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, it's so weird to even tell the story because I really still don't know if the guy's okay. So I'm not trying to make light of it.
Right.
I really, really hope he's okay. And God bless you if you're out there. And we're praying for you.
Yeah. If you have information, for real, send us an email to hello
at talkaboutthatpodcast.com. If you go to just talkaboutthatpodcast.com, you get all of our episodes, John, archived. 300 and almost 400.
Yeah, we're getting close to 400 now.
And send us a note, though. Hello at talkaboutthatpod. We love hearing from the listeners.
Yeah. Johnny, it's about that time.
Okay.
It's my segment, the quote of the week. We call They Talked About That.
It's harder to do, I presume. Go ahead.
Hannah Arendt, writing in 1951, reflecting on the decade before. She's a German-American political philosopher born into a secular Jewish family. She said, in an ever-changing, incomprehensible world, the masses had reached the point where they would at the same time believe everything and nothing, think that everything was possible and that nothing was true. Mass propaganda discovered that its audience was ready at all times to believe the worst, no matter how absurd, and did not particularly object to being deceived because it held every statement to be a lie anyhow. I mean, wow, that's a lot. I think that I know we talk about it right now on various episodes, but it's like the problem of information and truth and misinformation and new definitions of truth. And it's not like a problem I think we can address from a distance because we're in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. It's like being in a tornado and not acknowledging the tornado, right? Like, no, this is happening, or a hurricane or whatever. I feel that way about a lot of things. And Jonnie and I often, we talk about other things off the air and talk about, well, what should we talk about or not? Because, we want to do what we do, right? And do it well.
Yeah, and also we kind of want to be a respite for some of that stuff. It's like you hear it nonstop. And so it's like, do we really want to be like, and here's our take on blah.
Right. Sometimes we got to give our take on things, right? We got to step up, But, I think this is such a good truism because it's good to know that just because Arendt couldn't really speak to what social media does to that, which I started writing a book yesterday with a friend I've known for several years. I'm really honored to get to write with him. And he does TED Talks, speaks to all these organizations about digital health and other things. And he gave some statistics yesterday in our interview that were like, wow. Like he said that the average person will spend now 18 years of their life behind a screen. 18 years of, if you live to be like 75, 18
That's
years.
Crazy.
Is
but it totally makes perfect sense because we get those reports every week from our Apple devices. So when you add that up,
He said also the average person, if just when they're scrolling, the distance their finger goes in a day is 5 miles. And so like the amount, I think we can't even begin.
Yeah.
Like, cause we're in it, right? Like we're in it. And so when you're in it, you can't see it the same way.
Yeah.
And he theorizes what I've said before on the podcast. He calls it something different, that by like 2034, that the generation after us is going to be like, just like, our parents' generation saw their parents' generation smoking and all dying of lung cancer, that they're going to be these digital hippies who are going to be like, nope, flip phone or nothing. Like I'm not.
Right. Luddites.
Yeah. I'm not killing myself in the way that I saw my parents' generation just sort of embrace,
I hope you're right. But it's like, if you make it, it's one thing to have cigarettes and they're addictive, but not everybody's using them. But if they make it to where like culture says you have to have a cell phone to live. You have to have a credit card to rent a car. You have to, you know what I'm saying? They lock us into these things that aren't just addictive. They are necessary for everyday life. That's the hard part about detaching from them.
Yeah.
I want to believe you're right. I really hope that's true. Because I was thinking about it yesterday because there were kids. This thing's come out about these group chats that were happening where like young kids are like talking and they're saying like the most racist things, and it's come out in the news, and you're just like, yeah, we're having this whole new wave of like kids being inappropriate amongst themselves, and it's like racism is coming back into the mainstream in this weird way. It's like we're not learning from the past, we're not progressing, and or we are regressing. And I was thinking about it, like kids today that are coming up, they're not even being raised by human parents, they're being raised by the algorithm.
Yeah.
So it's like the parents can do what they do, but it's like the algorithm is really what's raising this generation that's coming up now. So it's like, how do we expect them not to just be like rage baited? Because that's what sells. That's what keeps them clicking. So they are going to be more inclined to just be like, but what do you got? What do you got? It's like they're waiting for the next incendiary thing. They're like, you know, edgelords is what you'd call it. Like they're just trying to be just as edgy as they can in a conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's inappropriate. And it's like, and then before you know it, you've normalized that inappropriate thing.
You normalize the extremes till you think they're the middle, and then you have to find new extremes, which, yeah, I mean, there's things.
But it's because the algorithm is raising them.
Well, but the algorithm also is being fed at some point, I believe, on. So social media, and again, this goes back to the quote, right? The fact that opinions are widely held, you know, does not mean they're not absurd. And social media, the ones who really rise to the top. I'm not talking about people making content like you make or whatever, but I mean those who.
Oh boy! Don't tell me I'm part of the problem. No,
people are like trying to seize or gain power through it, or gain influence because they want to build not just an audience to sell to. They want to build an army to lead into something else. You know, like. It's going to be the extremists whose viewpoints are most likely to take off on social media because they were incendiary, right? Because they broke through the average. If you get on there and start making videos about being, you know, moderate, centrist, reasonable, it's not going to go anywhere because they're like, yeah, I heard that. You know, it just sounds like what my grandparents would have said to do, you know? Right. And so, and that's the irony. Now, our grandparents are most driven to the extremes because they don't know the algorithms feeding them and teaching them too. It's not just the kids. Right. We're all being raised by the feed if we allow the feed to dominate, to the point that even things we would have said were not absurd, or we called them absurd, you know, 5-10 years ago. Now we're like, maybe not. We're like, the goalpost doesn't move over years now. It moves over days. Mm-hmm. You know, and certainly weeks and months. I mean, how much things can change. And I just think that what I would say as a pastor to this is that, one, this is one of the reasons I try to give credence and respect to the history of the church. If there's something today that Bonhoeffer, if we're saying things today or believing things today that Bonhoeffer would have thought was absurd, if you know he would have corrected it, if you were saying things today that Martin Luther King Jr. would have said, no, this is wrong, and people you would have quoted 10 years ago, but now you're like, yeah, you know, and you go back even further, if Thomas Aquinas, you know, would have not felt that the disposition or the approach was acceptable or able to be married to the gospel in its purity, if those people, I mean, I think, believe that, then I have to be willing to still self-correct and not go, but yeah, those guys didn't know anything. And I could list hundreds and thousands. Like, we're to the point where we're not learning from the past anymore. We're learning from the present to push us into a future. And so, like, I got to be able to stop and go, obviously, to above all, if this doesn't seem like it aligns with what Jesus himself said, like, if I have to like re-explain the disposition of Christ, I have to have some, to your word, cheeky take to talk about how Jesus, well, actually, this was how they feminized Jesus, and throughout the culture, what he really meant is take power and overthrow the government and make sure, like if you got to go to such extremes to reinvent Jesus apart from his words of "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon me and learn from me, because I am lowly and gentle in heart, and in me you'll find rest for your souls." Like, if either you believe that. But if the way you approach things from a Christian standpoint, that's the only place I think I can speak into, the way you approach things is not from that disposition of Christ, then at least know, just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean it's not utterly absurd.
Yeah.
And I think my point, and Jonnie, my point towards you, I think what you're doing is really absurd.
That point is well taken, John. Let's do my segments to wrap up the show. Let's start with Johnny's old jokes. We call it Joke About That. I had some Jack Benny stuff, but I'll save it for another week. Jack Benny's one of my heroes. So we'll do a Jack Benny segment for a future episode. But I had it all ready, but I was given a joke. I was given a street joke last night at Celebrators Conference, the seniors conference, that I'd never heard before. And I said, I'm going to tell this on my podcast. And the guy was like, please do. Have at it. Okay. Man walks into the doctor. Perfect setup. He says, "Doc, you got to check my leg. Something's wrong. Just put your ear up to my thigh. You'll hear it." The doctor cautiously placed his ear to the man's thigh, only to hear, "Give me $20. I need $20. I've never seen or heard anything like this before. How long has this been going on?" The doctor asked. "That's nothing, Doc. Put your ear to my knee." The doctor puts his ear to the man's knee. "Man, I really need $10. Just lend me $10. "Sir, I really don't know what to tell you. I've never seen anything like this." The doctor was dumbfounded. "Wait, Doc, that's not it. There's more. Just put your ear up to my ankle," the man urged him. Doctor did this. The man was blown away to hear his ankle plead. "Please, I just need $5. Lend me $5, please." "I have no idea what to tell you," the doctor said. "There's nothing about it in my books." He frantically searching all the medical reference books. "I can make a well-educated guess, though. Based on my life and all my previous experiences, I can tell you your leg seems to be broke in 3 places." I know, right?
It's a good wordplay. It's a good.
Thank you very much. Your leg's broken 3 places. Okay.
I like it.
John, let's move forward. Let's do this week in history. We call it Talk About Then. John, this week, 1992, a meteorite struck a parked car in New York. It penetrated the trunk of the car, leaving a small crater underneath. The meteorite weighed just 26 pounds. It was 1 foot in diameter and was estimated to be 4.4 billion years old. The owner of the car retrieved the meteorite and later sold it for $50,000.
Wow.
She had recently purchased the now destroyed car for $300, but was able to sell it to a meteorite collector for, guess what, $25,000. This woman made $75,000
off a meteorite hitting her car.
And I'm glad she wasn't in the car, because I guess it would have, if it totaled the car, it would have totaled her, I suppose.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, listen, dreams can come true out there. Do you think, you know what I'm saying? If you're out there, you're driving a junky car like many of us do.
Yeah.
You're like, nothing's going right in my life. I hate this stupid
Then
car.
you hit a meteorite.
Then you hear it. If you start hearing that sound, you're like,
now
first of all, get out of the car.
Get out of the car, because it's coming for the car.
But you may be in luck.
Yeah.
John, this week, 1965, the single Yesterday by the Beatles hit number 1 on the Billboard list, written primarily by Paul McCartney and credited to Lennon-McCartney. It was initially released on the album Help. The Beatles, this is my favorite part about it, the Beatles did not initially want to release the song as a single since it did not fit with their image. I guess they were trying to go for more rocky. This is more of a ballad. They prevented it from being released as a single in the UK, but were unsuccessful in stopping it from being released in the US, where it was released on September 13th, and it quickly rose to number 1. It is now one of the most recorded songs in pop music history.
Yeah. It's an amazing.
So it's so funny. Like, I love hearing stories like that about somebody that records a song and then they're like, that's not it. Or like people that everybody in the room's like, I don't hear it. And then it just becomes the song that you're most associated with in your entire career. I love stuff like that.
Yeah. We talked about because you've connected some with the former, we have a mutual friend who goes out with the former lead singer of Audio Adrenaline. And I remember the record, there was a song called Ocean Floor.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah.
apparently, this may just be folklore, but apparently the record execs did not want it. They thought it wasn't good enough. And it ended up later on being called the song of the decade. I mean,
Yeah.
again, just because Jonnie, just because an opinion is held doesn't mean it's not absurd. So, yeah.
Come on now. John, this week, 1911, according to legend, American whiskey maker Jack Daniels died of blood poisoning from a wound while kicking a safe because he had forgotten the combination.
Wow.
Yeah.
1911?
Yeah. So, Jack Daniel, of course, famous in Tennessee history, Lynchburg, Tennessee, the whole thing. It's like, I did not know that story about Jack Daniels, but evidently, Jack Daniel, he died of blood poisoning from a wound. He kicked a safe. He'd forgotten the combination. I'm assuming there might have been some,
I don't know.
whiskey involved in that story, maybe.
I wonder if it's a tetanus thing. He kicks up some metal and...
I don't know. He got an infected.
Ooh, you don't want to die from tetanus.
That's the thing. You ever done that though, where like something inanimate bugs you and or you slam a car door because it bumps you wrong and you're like, that'll show you. I'll hurt my own car.
Yeah, I have that thing. I'll have this like, if I'm trying to, if I suddenly get like I'm moving boxes or I'm doing something and it gets hung and I'm like, I'll find myself go, get off me. Like I have this get off me thing.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, like.
I don't think I've never seen that side of you, but.
I mean, I only do it in private. So.
Only to inanimate objects.
I find that my character is so different in private, which I think is what, anyway.
Hey, don't bother working on that. John, this week, finally, 1609. So we're going way back. We're going way back for this one. The nursery rhyme Three Blind Mice, together with music, was published in London in the book. I had a word coming after book it's a weird word, and I was like, I'm gearing up for this word. I'm gonna have to pronounce this word right, and I mispronounced book. Let's start over. The nursery rhyme Three Blind Mice, together with music, was published in London in the book Deuteromelia, or the second part of music's melody. Thomas Ravenscroft was the editor of the book and possibly the author of the rhyme. It is believed to be, this is why it makes the list, it's believed to be the first printed secular song. So obviously there's a lot of spiritual music in the 1500s, 1600s and before, but it's believed to be the first printed secular song.
And oddly enough, the Beatles did not want to record it.
Isn't that something?
But they did anyway.
Do you know?
It went on.
Do you know the words to Three Blind Mice?
No, I just know Three Blind Mice.
Three Blind Mice. It's really dark. That's the thing. All these songs and these nursery rhymes, some of them are just like, they're about death. Because we talk about like, things are so dark now and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's how we dealt with stuff back then. We'd write songs about the plague.
The children would, right.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Pocket full of posies is like, it's a dead body. We're trying not to make it smell. We put flowers in the pockets.
Yeah, ashes. We
all fall down. It's the plague. So nursery rhyme. This is Three Blind Mice. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as three blind mice? First of all, they're already blind.
Yeah, leave them alone.
It's tragic enough. And then they're running, and they're running into walls probably. And then the farmer's wife gets a hold of him and says, you know what? I'll fix this. What in the world? Just open a door.
Or put them out of their misery, but cut their tails off? That's just, I don't know, maybe she wanted to keep them as pets. It was almost like a poodle. You know,
they dock them.
Take the
don't do that. By the way, if you've got a dog, don't dock the ears and the tails just for your own vanity. I don't agree with people doing that. Leave your dog's ears floppy. Why do they got to be all pointy? It's not your poodle's not hunting. What are you doing? Stop it.
I know.
People don't dock poodles' ears, but they dock the tails.
Not my poodle. He's all natural.
People are going to send emails to the thing. Well, actually, you do it because the tails are in danger of dislocation because of the long tail. And stop it. Just quit it.
Yes, Jonnie is a dog tail expert, and everyone knows.
I'm not. Yeah. I don't know.
London Bridge is falling down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, dude.
Everything. I'm telling you, these nursery rhymes are they're about tragedies. They're about death, sorrow.
Before I wake. Yeah. It's a very, Rockabye Baby in the Treetops. Come on, man.
Yeah, what's that? What's going on in there? Why you got a baby in the treetops?
And you're waiting for him to fall? Down will come cradle, baby, and all? I mean, hopefully in a car seat. You know what I'm saying?
You strap it in.
Darkness.
Anyway, what's a dark ending to the show, and we apologize. But anyway, Shout out to Nacho Libre if you're out there, and send us an email. Let us know you're okay. hello@talkaboutthatpodcast.com. We love you, Nacho.
Yeah. And you can also now go to talkaboutthatpodcast.com and you can subscribe to our newsletter. You can give us your email address there so that we can begin sending you things. And I know Johnny's promised you many things before.
We are not going to spam you. That's my vow to you. Yeah. But, just from time to time, we have special things coming up. Maybe I'll have a show in the area coming up. Hey, we want you to know about it, by the way. Mm-hmm. In addition to the Opry on November 18th, November 26th, if you can't make it for the 18th, November 26th, Johnny W. and Friends, Thanksgiving Eve. And this is a good one at Zany's because a lot of my more famous friends, more famous than me, are in town usually for the holidays. And so sometimes I can get them to jump on my shows. And I'm going to ask a bunch of them. So you don't want to miss that show. It's going to be a pretty stacked lineup, I have a feeling.
Yeah. Check out
Zany's. Go to johnnyw.com.
Yeah, Jonnie W, JONNIEW.com and check it out. So, yeah, man, guys, thanks so much for the time you gave us for the unique remote show. Johnny, I thought it went pretty well.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Let's just stay apart.
Yeah, this works. So
this feels better to me.
Yeah, we can skip the lunch and all that. So anyway, thanks for the time you guys gave us. Let's do it again next week here on
Talk About That.